guys, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you are new. So today we are going to be doing the final September budget. This budget was a lot. Just to be perfectly honest to you, a lot went on, both good and unexpected. I don't want to say bad, nothing was bad, but there was some unexpected costs that I do not regret at all, but they definitely affected the budget a lot. So we're just going to get straight into the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so first looking at income, we have a higher income than normal. It was $8,699.78, and that was due to a few things. First, we have my bonus bucks in week 1. In week 3, we had a $5 survey. That obviously was not a huge difference. And in week 5, it was just my income. However, my husband cashed in some of his bonds that he had received from his birthday when he was younger, as well as I received bonus bucks for a second time in September, and this is due to my work changing over the system that they used. So they paid them out a week early because they didn't have time to get everything entered for bonus bucks in time. Just the main payroll switched over for the first paycheck in October. So I will not be having bonus bucks in October, just 2 in September. So that is kind of our income there. Reimbursements, my grandma has -5 cents, not a big deal, so we'll leave that at that. My husband got reimbursed for his trip, so he has $0 available. You'll see I moved the $226.71 left over from his last trip and moved it over here. Other zeroed out. There was a lot in other. So unexpectedly, a coworker that was going on to a work conference had a family emergency and couldn't go. And so I was told I was going in her place, and I enjoyed it greatly. However, it caused a lot of cost that was not expected. Most of it was reimbursed, with a few items just such as they had planned a sailing trip, and obviously you couldn't get a refund, so it was transferred in my name, which means that I needed to pay the sailing trip. So you guys will see that down below, but this is all the reimbursable stuff here. And then also, it was kind of unfortunate because my husband has been gone since the beginning-ish, mid-August, and the 1 week that he was in town was the week that I was at the conference. So I haven't seen him in 2 months, and you'll see down below what I did for that as well. So gifts, we did spend a lot in gifts. There was gender reveal items, birthday gifts. September's a big birthday month for us, baby showers, stuff like that going on. So there was a lot of spending and giving. We just had our standard church. Housing and utilities was pretty standard. I did go ahead and, because I did see my husband in September, I will give that away for you guys. I did see him. The budget, we went ahead and did it together so we could plan October. So that's why you guys are seeing this budget already finalized. But generally, everything stayed pretty normal around here. Transportation, because he was gone, the gas was holy me at $365.24. There was a lot of extra driving, just going back and forth to the airport. We don't have an airport near us, so it was a lot of driving to and from the airport. There was a lot of extra trips because of my coworker's family emergency and just stuff like that. And then my grandma has also been needing some extra help, so it's just been a lot of extra driving. So that just kind of is what it is. And maintenance, we both had car washes and I had my oil changed. So for food, pretty low. We spent $131.04. I did stock up on stuff, and I definitely could have done a better job with some of the food items, and I did spend $168.28 going out, again, just due to this trip that I did take. So I will show you down below, but I ended up going and seeing my husband while he was traveling in New York for a weekend. It was very last minute, but I needed to see him. It was kind of hard just getting married and being away from him this long, and so he absolutely could not get away due to the nature of his job. So I was like, well, that's fine. I'm just going to come visit you. So there was a lot of airport food and things like that just to get there. And of course, like I said, the gas. Lifestyle. So I did spend a good chunk in lifestyle. First of all, I got a sweatshirt while in San Diego. I did go to a Tech Nine concert with my brother. You'll see the reimbursement is his portion, but we did go to a Tech Nine concert. That was pre-planned like 3 months ago. And then at the bookstore, I, as you may or may not know, read a good chunk of books when I have nothing else to do. And the amount of time that I spent on a plane or at the airport caused me to have lots of time to read. And unfortunately, I read 2 books while going to and from New York, which means I didn't have any other books. So I bought 2 more books at the airport so I could have something to read. Clothing. My husband needed some new work boots as well as a couple pair of jeans. Had tragic accidents while he was working and did not survive. So I ordered a couple new ones for him so he had some new work jeans. And then hair and beauty, Rance got a haircut. That was about it. Our investments were pretty standard. Spotify and Hulu, this is the spot, you guys. So travel. Due to this being a last minute trip, it kind of was take what you can get airline wise. So I spent $921.47 for flights to see him and to come back, and I did pay the extra $25 for the early bird check-ins. This is the San Diego trip right here at $110, and then I had to do lifts to and from the airport while I was in New York. So that was kind of what's going on there. So those were my charges. It came down to $1,203. Now this is definitely more than I would have liked to spend, but like I said, it was more than necessary, and I do think it was worth it. So for insurance benefit card, we have $30 at the pharmacy, and then $50 for the chiropractor and my vitamins from Ritual, which, in case you guys are wondering, I am really enjoying the vitamins. I think honestly it has improved my overall health, and not just myself, but other people have seen a difference in my mood and the mood swings that I have, which is really nice. So highly recommend looking into that brand if you struggle with mood swings during your time. So nothing happened in car insurance or anything like that, except we did find out Rance forgot about his car tags. This is something, if you are new to budgeting, you will realize you've forgotten stuff, so you're not going to have that year to plan ahead like I've done up here. So he remembered he had car tags. Taxes are very high where we live on cars, so the car tags and taxes are due. So they're due in October, and for his 2 cars and motorcycle, it's going to be around $1,000. So you will see that added in there. We paid $2,000 on his car, and that leads us down to our savings. And we are putting in $1,024.28, leaving us with the total for our future house at $18,856.30. This honestly is a really, really great amount to put in, considering all of the extra expense that wasn't planned for the month of September. But obviously, we would have loved to have put a little bit more to savings. So as you can see, lifestyle was our highest this month. Again, that main reasoning is because that $1,000, over $1,000 of travel is in this. Then the next one is debt, which is what we want to see, is debt and savings being the highest, putting the amount on the debt and then savings at 12%. It's much lower, but again, if you were to take out the $1,200 and would have put that to savings, that would have made a huge difference. But we're very happy with the amount we saved. Okay, so there you guys go. As you can see, there was a lot of spending this month, and like I said, I would never take that back. I was so happy to be able to go to San Diego, to New York. I just wish it was something that I could have planned. So maybe I could have budgeted a little bit better. The last minute airplane tickets were definitely more expensive going to New York. So yeah, ideally it would have been less expensive if I had planned ahead, but it was very much a last minute I had to see him. I had to see my husband. There was no way I could go any longer without seeing him, and so it was more than worth it. But it is kind of rough to see that not go towards our house savings, especially now that we know our house is about 45 days-ish away. So it's kind of important that we really save the money and start budgeting and figure out what we need and what we don't need and what we want and what we don't want in our budget. You guys are going to be seeing more line items as we kind of break down the costs of things. There's some stuff that we're going to be budgeting for that we don't necessarily know exactly what it is. For example, furniture pieces, like we want to separate that out and put a certain amount to furniture, but we don't know what furniture we're going to be purchasing. It kind of depends on pricing and what we see is priority once we get in there and just things like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Look out for lots more videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.